All right. What's happening, folks? Yours truly here, Xavier Smith, aka Coach X. You know the one. Many names, one mission. I've been sitting here to impact, inspire, and improve the lives of others on a daily basis. And today, I get to do it with a friend, and I pointed in the right direction. That's Kimberly, and we're going to be talking about things like how to heal without going under the knife for surgery. We're going to have some fun, and so if you're into that, you want to know a little bit more, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to stay tuned. All right, what's happening, guys?
Hey.
Welcome back. And thank you so much, Kimberly, for joining us. You're live with me, Coach X, and people, if you're tuning in, if you're going to tune in later, you're live with Coach X, and we're having some fun with Kimberly today. How you doing, Kimberly?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
Awesome. All right, well, let's have some fun because, what we're all about here at Excellent Solutions is, like I was telling you off camera, we just want to be known for being part of the solution more so than the problem. So what I like to say in these situations is I want to point people to solutions, whether I own them or not. And today, that's why we got you on, because Kimberly, we're going to be talking about great things. Namely, we want to talk about how to heal the body without going under the knife, without surgery. And we have a solution. And mine is naked today. I took mine off. This is what this little bad boy is all about. This is the DNA Jazz Vibe
Band.
band.
You got it.
Man, yeah. I always get that mixed up.
I know. It's okay.
This guy, I'm gonna turn mine on in just a moment. But Kimberly, do you have yours on already?
Mine's up and running, giving many, many good vibes. And this is in the pouch that it comes with. So literally what you showed earlier just slips right inside the pouch.
Yep.
And then we have a couple of different sized Velcro straps.
Yep.
And so you literally attach it to the pouch, and then you are able to wrap the jazz band around just about any part of the body. It's actually CAD designed, optimized to fit neck, shoulders, elbow, wrists, mid-back, upper back, low back, knees, ankles, any muscle group that you can get it to. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So we got you a little teaser. Now let's go into the who, what, where, when, and why. And starting with the first one, who is Kimberly, and how do you fit in the whole DNA Vibe community equation?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. I've been in a few scenarios where you're just in the right place at the right time.
Yep.
And you and I both know that sometimes it's not what you know, but it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been very blessed to have been at the right place at the right time. I am a former fitness coach for Orange Theory Fitness. I was with them for over 6 years and was a master trainer with them.
Nice.
Anyway, one of my clients that took my class all the time, we happened to run into each other in a completely different location where I was teaching a Pilates class. And after class, she literally came up to me and said, hey, my husband and I are starting a business. I think you'd be a great asset. Let's talk. And I was in the middle of transitioning into something new and kind of had a little bit of lull, as we all know can happen. And I was like, sure, let's meet, let's talk. And we did. And I was just overwhelmed with the information that they shared about their product, their mission, their vision. The technology is literally mind-blowing. What we've done in manufacturing, creating distribution, creating affiliate partners, developing the business basically from the ground up. And it's been close to 3 years that, so I really was able to get in with the organization in its infancy. They had just developed a prototype when I came on board about 3 years ago. And then that went to market, and that's all she wrote. We've been going ever since, and it's a great ride. I'm super excited for the future. We're just really scratching the tip of the iceberg when it comes to intelligent light therapy.
Yes, you said it. Intelligent light therapy, which leads to the next question. What is this all about? And you just gave us a teaser when we were bringing the show on. So let's go deep dive with this awesome apparatus. You can see the red light right there. We're talking about intelligent light therapy. Tell us what's behind what's inside of this little package.
Absolutely. So the Jazz Band so let me back up for just a second. DNA Vibe is really a technology company focused on the health and wellness industry.
Okay.
Light therapy, red light therapy, near infrared light therapy, those two modalities, as well as magnetic and vibration, have been around for well over 50 years. Historically, it's been used by Johns Hopkins University, by the Mayo Clinic. Professional athletes for decades have been using light therapy to aid in recovery and sports performance and improvement. You used to have to go to a doctor's office or a clinic or some specialty facility to access red light therapy. And you can still do that today. However, the sessions are costly. The equipment is very expensive to house in a facility. And it was just very limited. It was, if you think back about, because I'm a fitness instructor and that's my career, think about Pilates 30 years ago. Nobody did it except ballerinas and actors and actresses in New York City. It was just like unheard of.
Right.
And today it's mainstream. And so there are some parallels when it comes to the history of light therapy, I see anyway.
Yep.
Being really not intended for just an exclusive group of people. However, that's what happened. And now, because of technology and advancements in manufacturing, we have created a wearable wellness device using not only red light and near infrared lights, but magnetic and vibration modalities. And those combined really create the penetration of the red light therapy the deepest it can go without any other invasive procedures. So it's like I said, our technology is very much mind-blowing. I would highly recommend. I do have in the past, light therapy has been really about intensity, and we've discovered that really it's frequency that matters most, that is most effective. So if we could dial in that frequency to give the best possible results, and we have. So on our website, there's a lot of information, but there's one tab called How It Works. And it is such a great explanation of how our light therapy is designed, how it works, what it does. The three big benefits that I will tell you now are light therapy is well known, documented, again, over 50 plus years in use to decrease inflammation, increase circulation, and accelerate recovery and healing.
Nice.
And that's just, again, the tip of the iceberg. Light therapy does so many wonderful things for skin, for wound healing. We have third-party gathered testimonials from hundreds of users, of vibers, as we like to call them, that talk about helping with plantar fasciitis, helping with arthritis, helping with knee pain, joint pain, back pain, tension in the neck. I wear mine across the back of my neck all the time. How often, we carry so much right here. Yeah. And just the release of that is just very, very beneficial, among other things.
Man, that's so funny you said that, because I'm using it right now. When you're talking, I'm just placing my hand on it. The one thing that I notice is just the warmth, the gentle warmth of after spending a few moments on it. and how much warmer the particular body part feels.
Mhm.
And it just feels good. And
Yeah,
I
it's
know,
very soothing.
yeah, right.
And that's just an added benefit, frankly. The
Yeah,
soothing part is like icing on the cake, right?
right.
Yeah.
So good, so good. So
And
we just covered the who, the what. Where are you located in the country? Like personally, professionally? Let's talk about that a little bit.
we are just outside of Denver, Colorado.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a beautiful area, beautiful part of the country. We're in a little town, not a little town, but just a suburb called Centennial. And
Okay.
we have our laboratory is in Centennial. And if anybody out there is familiar with Denver or that area at all, we're really close to the small Centennial Airport and the Denver's Bronco Training Center.
What?
Yeah.
So now my follow-up question then is, you guys, maybe not, are you aligned with the team, the professional team? Are these guys using, or talk to me about what professionals are using this technology?
That is a great question. We're building some relationships with like the people who serve professional sports team, chiropractors, physical therapists, massage therapists. And so, as you can imagine, it's really hard to get an audience with a professional football team.
Yeah.
However, we do have a good 100 or so ambassadors, which a good handful of are golfers,
Yep.
tennis players,
Okay.
and we're actually we're a sponsor for the World Pro Ski Tour, which just happened here last weekend in Steamboat Springs.
Nice.
Yes, two of the competitors in that World Pro Ski Tour competition represent the jazz band, represent DNA Vibe, use our jazz band faithfully. And like I said, they're the winners. So last year, one of the competitors that uses our jazz band injured himself coming out of the gate. He went back to his hotel. He thought he was a goner for the rest of the day's work and competition. He got his jazz band. He put it on his back where he was having his probably spasms and those kinds of things from an injury. Wore it for about 2 hours, frankly, and probably took some Advil or some anti-inflammatory stuff to go along with that. And then later that day, he went back and performed in the race, finished the race, won the race, 100% won the race, and attributed his recovery 100% to DNA Vibe and our jazz band product. Yeah.
The king right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay, so this is good news.
One more thing I'll mention is we have several Olympic hopefuls that are using our jazz band. We have a professional female golfer that uses it. We have some semi-pro soccer women that are using it. One of the gals that's a pro Olympian is, or a hopeful Olympian, is an ice skater. And so we're all over being represented by so many different genres and sports, arenas and so forth. So, we have a professional boxer, MMA guy that uses and posts all the time about it. So
that is amazing. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. We might actually get to him because I think he's got some presence on your website as well. Cool. So the who, what, where. Let's talk about, well, before we get to that, I do believe that this product was actually featured on, was it a Today Show?
The Today Show?
Yeah.
Yes. And the spot was for demonstrating what Olympic athletes use for recovery. And there we were, right there in the middle of the Today Show. And we have a clip of that, of course, available on our website.
Cool.
And let me just mention too, regarding our lab near in Centennial, Colorado, we are a U.S. manufactured product. From start to finish, from A to Z, our product is manufactured in our lab here in Centennial, Colorado. And I would be remiss if I didn't say we also are a veteran-owned organization, a veteran-owned company.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Right.
Yes.
Go USA.
Go USA.
Yeah.
And we love the vets. Sweet. So, okay, let's talk about when. Like, when is the right time to use such a product, Kimberly?
It's always a right time. So, and I say that, but I'm not kidding. It can be used prior to any activity.
Okay.
It can then be used if you have it. You can actually use it during your activity, whatever that may be, because we have a cordless power pack. So the original Jazz Band does come with a nice 10-foot cord. So you can, maneuver, like I use it in my bathroom sometimes in the morning when I'm putting makeup on. I'll wear it on my low back. I can still get up and move around if I need to. But the powerless battery pack has really revolutionized the mobility of our Jazz Band. So, okay. Pre-activity, during activity, post-activity. I use it in the evenings when my husband and I are either reading or watching, a 30-minute show of some sort. Yes. There's no wrong time to get good vibes. No wrong time to get good vibes. Does that answer your question?
That definitely answers the question, for sure. So let's get down to the why. Why the DNA Jazz Band?
Well, there's a lot of really good reasons. But my why is to avoid surgery, to avoid medication the best I possibly can, and to be as active as I can without anything that's invasive or chemical based.
Oh man, I love it. That's right up my alley. For those who don't know me, I had a heart attack when I was 29. Learned some lessons from that, got myself into the books, as to how I caused it. Because yes, I was the culprit. I can't blame anybody else except, my poor, mediocre food choices leading up to that 29 years. And that was my wake-up call. So I got into the books, learned as to how I caused it, and then more importantly, learned what I could do to prevent it from happening again. So when you say, chemical-free, non-GMO, and just all things organic, that lights my soul up right there. So happy to be aligned with such a company with such vision. And we actually had the owner of the DNA Vibe. I've already talked with him, Perry. So I'm going to put these two together. I'll probably make another blog post about it so we can start distributing this content, because the world needs more stuff like this. I got to tell you.
Well, and I just want to applaud you for just 1 second saying that, unfortunately you had a heart attack at 29, but you completely owned up to, because of decisions that you made. And I love that you own that, and that you're not playing a victim, and, and it can be changed, right? Yeah. We can make those changes. We can turn the corner. We can choose another, for recovery and healing, and rather than popping pills and potentially having surgery. I mean, we have several people that testimonials again that talk about avoiding knee surgery.
Yeah, right.
That relieving their plantar fasciitis when nothing else has worked.
That right there is worth all its weight in gold right there, because if we're talking about something that's affordable,
absolutely.
We're talking about something that you don't have to go visit, a hospital, and and just, we don't even want to go talk about the environment that's out there with the COVID and the pandemic and all that stuff. So we're trying to do as much as we can on our own at home. This is the absolute must. It's a must-have.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, and it just it doesn't. And the reason it's a no-brainer, on top of all those benefits we just talked about, is that we really do offer a 60-day, right there on your screen, money-back guarantee. Our philosophy at DNA Vibe is that if we can't help you, we don't want your money. We genuinely do not want to keep your money unless we are helping you. And that's been our philosophy from day one. And we've had very few returns, frankly. I mean, the percentage is nil, but used correctly, 97% of our customers report positive benefits from using the DNA Vibe Jazz Band. And that's strong.
Yeah. Well, it's simple right here. I love simplicity too. It says, put it on, turn it on, feel better, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right. It could be more simpler than that. Now we're going down the website here. Enjoy more of what you love. So we talked about that. We already touched on these. We reduce your pain. You can stop inflammation in its track to curb acute and chronic pain. Feel better. Will it help you speed up your recovery? Absolutely. Increase your circulation to accelerate recovery from injury in your workouts. You don't just cover up your pain, you want to solve it. That's awesome.
Right.
If you're interested in performance, this will definitely help boost your cellular oxygenation to perform at your best. More energy means doing more of what you love. And then, of course, your good vibes guarantee.
Right.
Just like you touched on, 97% of your customers report positive results. If you don't feel the same, we'll give you a full refund with free shipping. That is amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, we believe in the product. We stand by it. Light therapy is no joke. And research, again, light therapy has been in use for over 50 years. Yeah. And it is proven. The research backs the sustainability of it, the effectiveness of it. I did want to mention that many of so we partner with many different businesses across the country. They usually include a business that's focused on health and wellness, just like you are, Xavier.
Yep.
Whether it's a physical therapist, chiropractor, sports medicine, big with sports medicine and sports recovery. Yep. But our partners talk to us about the increased range of motion some of their patients see when using the jazz band. For example, you and I talked earlier about my husband having rotator cuff repair surgery, and it's a long recovery. And the doctors are saying he's going to have 6 weeks of therapy just to create some external rotation with his arm.
Wow.
And I'm confident that when he is using the jazz band every day, post stitches coming out, but his range of motion is going to increase probably faster than it would had he not been using it.
Oh my goodness.
We've seen that. People will go into their physical therapist or chiropractor and they'll put the jazz band on where they're going to treat the person in advance of treatment, just to get the blood flowing, get the circulation increased, and increase their range of motion. So that is a completely different added benefit prior to treatment in your professional's clinic or facility.
Yeah. It's so funny. I want to put my request in. If you guys are taking requests for what product you should make next, I would love some trunks that have these lights in it, because I'm working on both the front split and the side split.
Okay.
And if I can increase my range of motion with that, oh man, I'd get a whole suit.
Okay. I'm going to make a note of that, Xavier.
For real, I like to do different things as far as my personal, fitness journey. I have boycotted heavy lifting since I got out of the military, and that was, decades ago. I've opted for calisthenics, body weight. I'm a big boxing fan, so I will do a lot of stuff like that. But as far as like building muscle, I'm working on things like a perfect 1 minute handstand. That's one of my goals. And then I want to do a stall. It's called a Stalder press. So you're going from the split position and you just push your hands into the ground, come up all the way up and go right into a handstand with no assistance. That's kind of the stuff that I like to do.
Wow. And what's lovely about the things that you're talking about are those different modalities are really multifunctional.
Yes.
And those are going to get, because I have a fitness background, I can speak to it. Those are going to give you, those types of movements really are going to create a very, very strong core.
Yes.
And that helps with overall daily function, right? So when we reached back, or we turn a different way, or scoop down to get something, those kinds of multifunctional movements that you're doing are going to help you in everyday life.
Yeah. So this is me, like when I first began my journey. I think that was about almost 2 years ago.
Wow.
Just learning the basic foundations of doing stuff like that at 250 pounds. I thought that was pretty cool.
There you go.
And working on, that was probably about a year ago. So stuff like that.
I think that's better than my split currently.
Right. And then I was learning how to shift my weight over to one hand.
Yeah.
That's going to take a few more years to develop, but I think it's possible.
Absolutely. Well, you stay with it. Yeah. That's that's quite the accomplishment, really.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. It's I want to put into my mind, Bob Proctor, God rest his soul. He was the one that I got this from. He said, if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hands. And so I bought into that notion of, like, he's a mindset coach. He was a mindset coach, and really got me into using my imagination more, and just imagining, putting the emotion before the manifestation. And that's really the way this universe works. It's like you have to see it first. And I think that's what you guys did with Perry and everybody that's surrounding Perry. You guys solved the problem, and you put it into a format that's easy, that's simple,
right?
And most importantly, affordable. So
exactly. And if I could just touch on that for a moment.
Yeah.
And I wasn't with DNA Vibe at the inception of the jazz band. However, what I have learned over the past almost 3 years is that we were told it couldn't be done at an affordable price.
Yeah.
And we broke the bank on that one, and just broke all the rules. We just came up with really innovative manufacturing protocols that work. And so, without getting into too much technical detail, the manufacturing journey has been and continues to be as exciting as the benefits people receive from using our product.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stop here. It really continues and starts with our manufacturing piece. Like I said, we're manufactured right here in Centennial, Colorado, and we're owned by a veteran-owned organization.
Yep.
And we have just really come so far with the innovation as far as producing and manufacturing our product. And this is one of the primary reasons we can make it so affordable. Most light therapy devices on the market are very, very costly. And it's because they have to get parts from, other countries and have them shipped in and so forth, and or have a manufacturing plant somewhere, overseas or whatever, and they mass produce things.
Yep.
But that's the industry, right? That's where the industry has been for the past 100 years. And we really believe that kind of behind the scenes with DNA Vibe, our manufacturing concept is something that we will be able to share on a larger scale at some point in the future.
Sweet. Now, this brings up a good segue, because I know we were talking, I think it was yesterday, that there's also applications for, as you can see here, there's a pet, looks like a dog, but you're breaking ground in a whole other arena, right?
We are. Thank you for bringing that up. One of our partners, I think she's a physical therapist, but in her personal world, she's an equestrian.
Okay.
She owns horses and stables and I don't know, all of that, all the horse stuff that you can think of. Yeah. And I'm not terribly knowledgeable about horses and the whole equestrian world. And I love horses, so they're beautiful animals, blah, 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 right? But that's about as far as it goes with me. However, this woman has took it upon herself to use our jazz band on a soft tissue injury that her horse had across the neck of the horse. Wow. And she said that they have invested over the years thousands and thousands of dollars on horse blankets, on some kind of treatments. I don't know all of the details, but she sent us a picture that I do know of our jazz band across the neck of the horse. And she said the horse loves it. And it's the only thing that's helped ever this particular issue, better than anything else. And it's so funny because she's like so excited. She was so excited, and she wrote us this email and she sent some pictures and said, the equestrian world needs this so badly. Yeah. Yeah. So
let's make that happen.
Right. And we've had people that have like cats and dogs and whatnot, you know, on occasion send their photo in of their little puppy dog wearing the jazz band. And one of their dogs just had a surgery, and she put it across the tummy of the dog to accelerate the healing of the incision. Wow. And the dog loved it. Everyone's happy. And she couldn't be happier. She was just thrilled that it was, she said it almost was soothing to her animal.
Nice.
I know.
Man. So, so many applications here, folks. So many solutions right at your fingertips. And Kimberly, I just want to thank you for, number one, taking the time to be here with me in this, on this show.
Yeah.
Because, it was totally fun. My goal is, like I said in the beginning, is I want to be a part of the solution more so than the problem. And now I have friends like you who can help make that a dream come true. Anything else that you can think of that we may have missed? You know, we talked about the who, what, where, when, and why. Let's just have you take action. I dropped the link inside the description box. If you are interested at all in healing yourself, feeling better, just give this thing a try. Talk to us about the money back guarantee. If we're taking the risk totally away from you folks.
Absolutely. There is no risk.
Right?
Yeah. And what do you have to lose? This is, you know, I've said to someone that was kind of skeptical before, this is what I know. It cannot hurt you. It can only help you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So definitely look at use Xavier's link and check out the website. It has a lot of really, really good information on it. Third-party gathered testimonials from many of our Vibers. And I'm just proud to be part of DNA Viber.
Love it. Well, Kimberly, thanks again. You know, as I like to say all the time, there are many solutions out there, and some of them are pretty good. But the question you want to ask yourself is, why be mediocre when you can always be excellent? Thank you so much, Kim. Stay right there. I'm going to sign off, and then we'll talk again when we're done.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.